Texas, the home of the Mavericks, all live on 2K Sports. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and David Aldridge will be on our sideline tonight reporting. Look at the Lakers. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
And when I look at the Lakers, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Ball. He's out there with Wells. Brook Lopez is out there with the captain. And it's Kuzma in at the four-man position. Now, here is Smith, an 11-point.
Yeah, you gotta love seeing the young fella dunk that one home. Smith likes to show off that incredible vertical.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Doris, late season, several championship contenders preparing their postseason strategies. It's fun to watch, and the maneuvering going on. How important do you think in earning home court advantage versus being your healthiest takes advantage?
Yeah, I think if you were going to talk to any of the head coaches in the NBA, they would say to you they will always take health over home court advantage. The other thing they would say to you, Kevin, is I would rather be rested than ready. And so both of those things are important.
Interesting. First free throw is good. And Doris, Coach Rick Carlisle approaching irreplaceable status in some people's eyes in Dallas.
Well, Kev, NBA coaches are always under pressure. There's no question about that. But for Rick Carlisle and the Dallas organization, there seems to be great comfortability. It doesn't appear to me that Rick Carlisle is going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh, free throw is good from Chapman.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Caldwell poke with it, now guarded by Wells. Smith wide open, he fires. The three-pointer no good. On defense, Dallas coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
And here's Smith following Lonzo Ball's three. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Here's Chapman. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Ball with the bucket.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Now, here is Smith. Read a screen. Here's Barnes. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
There's so many evolving aspects to Barnes' game, right? The ability to get to the free throw line, just a work in progress.
First trip to the line for him here.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
That one misses. And when you look at Harrison Barnes' game offensively, Doris, where does he have to improve?
I think one thing is he needs to become more of a heat seeker. Get into their body, get to the free throw line. With his strength and explosiveness, you'd like to see him shooting more free throws.
Here's George. And no good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. It just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
Now Caldwell Pope following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. George sets a screen for Smith. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Chapman.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Comes up empty down low.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
George, that's a two-pointer. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Chapman's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 4. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's George. Barnes left side. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, that's just great work from Paul George to spot the open man. And at his size, he can see right over the defense.
Pass to Kuzma. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Smith. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
How about the strength of Smith? Just absorbs contact like a champ and finishes with confidence. And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Here's Chapman. Trying to get back on track. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
That's all about the positioning right there. Doesn't let anybody beat him to the spot before he can get the follow-up.
And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor, and Greg running end-to-end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
And he makes the bucket through contact.
These niggas playing like straight bitches, man. Stop playing like
Lakers
hoes,
trail by
man.
8. Grant is out there with Devin Harris. And it's Joe Ingles. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Barnes in the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just with the doctor ordered us some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Cavaliers lit up the floor. He ended up with 59 points and played outstanding defense. Also rebounding well to go along with the offensive play. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you. Any chance he can match that guys in that performance again here tonight?
I tell you what, I know he believes he can. His confidence right now is sky high. And he doesn't think there's anybody that can stop him.
Well, there might not be, because he's coming into this game thinking he can be just as dominant as he was the last time he took the floor.
Fucking Joe
Here's
Ingles,
Chapman.
man.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Harrison Barnes picks one up. Doors with every team now having shooters who can space the floor is such an important part of their offense. Who are some of the best players at taking advantage of that with the dribble drive?
Well, there's certain guys who you sit there and say, there's no way I'd ever want to be a lone defender in transition trying to deal with the ferocity of a Russell Westbrook drive, the absolute majesty of Kyrie Irving's handle, the combination of strength and athleticism of LeBron James. I just want to tell those defenders, you've got to step back, boys, and get out of the way.
You know, you make it such a great point. As much as I admire the three-point shooting of Steph or Clay and majesty of LeBron, the dribbling ability of Kyrie Irving, to me, is absolutely jaw-dropping.
This guy does not have explosive athleticism. It's a product of clearly somebody who has always had the basketball in his hands. It's majesty in motion.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Randall.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Grant dishes to Ingles. Grant the pass to Barnes. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. That's good from Barnes. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular, and with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
Here's Chapman, 11 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Chandler. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Listen, percentage-wise, Chandler has forever been one of the best at finishing around the rim.
9 against Grant. Barnes outside. Barnes with another miss. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Chapman. It's blocked.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Ingles can't get it to go. The Lakers trail. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Chapman the pass to Stevenson. Knight wide open. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Dallas, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Harris gets to Barnes. Ingles with a screen on Chapman. Barnes dishes to Grant. On the wing, Ingles. Dallas moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Barnes. And the shot is long.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Randall with the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
This is DePaul. Kicks it to Barnes. Powell with the screen. Here's Harris. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Harris has got 5.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Here's Chapman. Ingles covering, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up. Okay, now you've got to dial down the intensity a bit, right? That's his 2nd foul, and we still got a ways to go before halftime.
Reedy's checked in for Dallas. The Lakers also with a sub. Wells is checked in. Now, here's Ingles. He had 10 points in the win against Houston. Here's Harris. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 7 points in the game. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Chapman. Ingles covering. Chapman the pass to Randall. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle. And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
And the Lakers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. And Julius Randle with an intriguing game, a great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and boy, he can be tough to contain.
Grant kicks to Reed. Grant down low. He's guarded by Knight. Misses from short range. Knight on the wing. Randle. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Randle's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Now here is Harris, guarded closely. Ingles dishes to Powell. Over Randle. The shot by Powell, no good. Lakers leading by 7. Pass to Wells. Here's Chapman. Now here's Wells. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. They set the pick. Grant against Knight. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Knight.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Ingles passes to Grant. The dish to Harris. Screen by Grant. Reed kicks to Powell. 17-foot shot on the way. No good off the front iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Picked by Randle. Knight in the corner. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Knight's got a pair of triples in the second now for Los Angeles. Mavericks trail by 10. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or Bill Russell?
I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Paul George is checked in for Joe Ingles. Aldwell Pope comes in for Devin Harris. And Smith subbed in for Jaren Grant.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first three of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
The Mavericks have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he makes the first. And the Mavericks, one of the more forward-thinking franchises in the NBA, they were among the first, Doris, to embrace analytics.
Well, listen, this is an organization that ownership has a background in technology, so it makes sense for them to grasp onto those analytics. But for me, it's about combining that with the fierce competitiveness and a team hungry to find every edge.
Ball with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
George with the ball. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Houston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And the Lakers with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Chapman. He's got 13. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Reed a screen. Here's Smith. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And how about the confidence that Smith plays the game with? He knows he's not the biggest guy out there, but that doesn't stop him from being the most aggressive.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
And his performance at the stripe hasn't been what I'd call outstanding in this game so far. Shoot 2.
first free throw is good. Doris, looking at the way the playoffs are set up, the top 8 teams from each conference get in. So at what point might the league eliminate divisions altogether?
I don't think that's far in the future, to be perfectly honest with you. What I'm as curious about, Kevin, is would they ever see the teams, regardless of Eastern or Western Conference, because there seems to be some disparity in level of competition. Is that something you'd like to see, Kevin, where the teams are simply seeded 1 through 16 based on record?
I don't think I'd mind it, Doris, but I do like the fact that, kind of like in the other sports, where you don't have the familiarity, but you always think about what would it be like to see a 5-game series, Cleveland Golden State, whereas in the regular season, just there and at home. And there's something, I think, kind of mysterious, and you can project so many different things. It's great fodder before a series begins.
No question. It'll be very interesting to see which direction the league goes in.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the made shot from Chapman. Here's George, and it's blocked by Chapman, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
I know. We both watched Kobe, but I watched him a little bit better than you, baby.
Here's Ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Now, Wells. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's the feed to Powell. Wells with the steal. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And Wells can't be stopped on these shots. You can get physical with him all you want, but he just kind of enjoys overcoming these challenges.
Now here is Smith. He's covered closely. And that one, good. Smith's got 11.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Chapman the pass to Wells. He feeds it to Ball. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Good. Wells has got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
It's good on the putback. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Now here's Nance. He has 5. The pass to Zubac. There's the pick. Here's Chapman. Reed covering. Chapman's shot is off.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that. I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in it. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players. First one calls for.
And when Wells is locked in, he's a valuable player, a ferocious competitor whose teammates just love it.
Dallas making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Lopez, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Smith against Lopez. Smith kicks to Barnes. Trying his luck deep. Chapman with the rebound. Chapman's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ball with it. Now Smith defending. Ball no good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
The first one falls.
A really solid free throw shooter. The team would like to see Barnes get to that line more often.
Los Angeles leading by 9. There's the screen, and it's Ball in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Reed a screen. Smith for 3. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And that's how you answer back.
You can tell. That was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here is Wells. 6 points for him. 4 on the clock. Here's Ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. No good on the shot. And so we conclude the first half. Lakers ahead. They lead by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, you have done a really good job finding other guys and creating for yourself. What are you seeing out there that allows you to do that?
A lot of it is just seeing what's available when we come down the floor and just, making a decision from there. I want to be able to punish them if they give me too much space, but, as soon as they start focusing on me, then I can get the ball to an open man, and the team has done a great job of finishing the play so far, DA.
Trust is so big in this league. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Still think it's blasphemous that I got on that 24. It doesn't change my number, but I use 24 for the pro range.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, he certainly put the defense in a tough spot in that half. Forces the issue, draws the contact time and time again.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. We've got Brook Lopez all out there with Wells. And there's the captain. And it's Kuzma in a power forward.
And you really got to be in awe. That's the way that Contavious Caldwell-Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
Now, here's Wells. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipe.
Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Chapman, defended by George. The 3 from Barnes. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists here tonight. Now Caldwell-Pope, it's not like he's playing defense on just anyone. Greg usually drives the opposing team's top scorer as his nightly assignment.
Yeah, and he's earned that responsibility because of his play. I mean, typically plays a ton of minutes and never slows down during the game. All around, fantastic defensively.
Now, here's Caldwell-Pope. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. George with the ball. Now guarded by Wells. 5 on the clock from outside the arc. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here, defending the triple.
Here's Chapman. 17 points in the game. It's going to be 2 free throws, drew contact on the shot. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan. Gets them both. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Mavericks trailed by 3.
George dishes to Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Chapman. 19 points in the game. Lopez a screen on Reed. Out to the right wing. Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, an 0 for 3 start for the second half. They're going to have to start tightening things up on the offensive end.
George passes to Reed. And they pick up 2. Reed's got 8.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
You know, they found a way to compose themselves on both ends of the floor, and that's what's really powered this run.
Now, here's Wells. He has 6. Kuzma, that's good.
And when Wells spots one of his guys wide open, doesn't hesitate at all, just gets it over before the D can react.
Here's George. He's got 5. Count that one. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
Here's Chapman. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for Dallas.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Smith kicks to Barnes. Back to Smith. Reed a screen. Smith dishes to George. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Wells. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Lakers in the lead to the right side. Here's Chapman. He's got 19. 6 to shoot. Well, you need good passing from your forwards as much as you do from your guards. These are small forwards leading the way in assists. Well, you look at the captain, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Well, you hear the term point forward thrown around about some players, maybe a little too loosely. But when it comes to him, I truly believe it applies.
Oh, no doubt. He is their decision maker offensively, the one who calls the shots. And those decisions are almost always the right ones. He is just so smart with the basketball.
That free throw good from Chapman. Sharon Grant, he's checked in for Smith. Free throws good from Chapman. Mavericks trail by 4. Grant outside. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Here's the teardrop. Basket counts.
And good touch there on the floater. A shot KCP is adding to his arsenal.
Here's Chapman. He's got 21. Knight passes the ball. At the elbow, Randall. Knight for 3. The Lakers rebound. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 11 points.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
Here's George. Following the basket by Julius Randle. They get it back. And the rejection by Chapman. Knight passes to Chapman. He kicks it to Ingram. Here's Knight. And he uses the glass on the layup. 10 points for him.
This guy's got great size for a point guard. Explosive scorer. I mean, he can kill you inside as easily as outside. Knight is dangerous.
Nobody near Barnes. Another 3 for Dallas.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Chapman. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Ball. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6
6 assists and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Reed. Joe Ingles comes in for Barnes. Devin Harris subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Both free throws good from Chapman.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. From deep, Ingles. As out of bounds, the Mavericks able to retain possession here. Grant outside. Feeds it to George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Randall. And shot off. George with the defensive effort. Randall grabs the board.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Ball with the bucket.
How about the focus here from Ball on offense? Constantly looking for ways to score. Feels like he can get any shot he wants.
Screen by Grant. Powell kicks to Harris. And it's Grant in the corner. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And that's now 10 points for Jerry Grant.
Something's growing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Chapman. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Here's Grant after the made shot from Chapman. Pocket 6. Powell with the screen. Off the pick. And the dunk by Grant.
Think about Powell. When he's setting that pick, you have to watch for him as the roller, which helps the ball handler create even more space for the shot.
Here's Chapman. 25 points in the game. 9 feet out. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Chapman's got 27.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Grant dishes to George. Offline with his 3.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them. Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
Here's Grant after the made shot from Chapman. And George kicks to Grant. Powell with the screen. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 6. That one coming from Grant. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Passes to Zubac. Now here's Ingram. Ingles covering. It's stolen by Ingles. And now here's George. The fast break opportunity. The wing jumper off target.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones. Just Mr. Reliable again here today.
Playing
I
with
mean,
me.
they
What
need
Doris
his
told you?
points, and
He's cooking. Yeah. Come on.
Now here is Harris, guarded by Chapman, and there's the foul. Go on the counter. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Reed's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Larry Nance is checked in for Julius Randle.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's Chapman, defended by George. In the corner, Nance with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingram, and it falls over the rim and in. And now it's a 10-point Laker lead.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
There's a screen. Grant kicks to George. Top of the key, and he nails the jumper. George has got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
Here's Chapman. He's got 31. 1:41 left here in the third quarter. George with the defensive effort. Dishes it to Grant. To the paint. Here's Reed. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Reed's got 10 points in the game. Here's Chapman. To the inside. Kicks it to Ball. Pass to Chapman. Lakers passing it around. Ingram with it. Harris is there. And it's Ingram missing. Average trail by 6. Grant outside. There's the dish to Reed. There's the feed to Ingles. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Ingram. He's got 9.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here is Harris. He's got 7. Outside, George. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. George has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the man. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Now here is Harris. He averages about 5 points a game. Clock is at 3.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Ball. He can't get that one to fall. And we'll be right back after this.
Hey, oh, mate.
Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Gotta have a press to the left, remember. Go left, go left, go left.
Rick Carlisle making rim protection a key priority. You heard right there. We'll see if they can really shut down the paint.
And to achieve what the coach wants, it's going to take a lot of communication defensively. Guys helping one another on the floor.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Harrison Barnes is out there with Reed. Then it's Contavious, Caldwell Pope. And it's Smith. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Barnes against Nance. Barnes passes to Reed. Good on the shot. Reed's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Mavericks.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now the pass to Nance. Ball kicks to Logan. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
I'll tell you, the defense can throw whatever they want towards Brook Lopez. In the end, he's too big and too strong.
Reed a screen. Smith with it, now guarded by Ball. Barnes kicks to George. Shoots a 3. Barnes can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 4 to the paint. And the dunk by Lopez.
Kevin, you have to wrap Brook Lopez up, right? Because this guy's so adept at using those long arms to get his shot off.
And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
What's up?
And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and great post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He has a load to handle for defense.
Pass to Smith. Barnes sets a screen for Smith. Doesn't go for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
We call that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
And the first one drops. And George drops them both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Now, here's ball. Covered by Smith. Passes it to Chapman. They set the screen. Here's Kuzma. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Smith dishes to George. Reed a screen. George passes to Reed. Use that pick to get in close.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Reed no good on the free throw. Los Angeles leading by 5. Ball with a wide open look. Misses the three.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Smith. And it's sent back by Lopez. And they get it back. George with no one around. And he's good on the free ball.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Here's Chapman, defended by George. Pass to Kuzma. Three-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in. Reed's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Reed a screen. Smith with it, now guarded by Ball. In the corner, George with it. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that's out. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
A wide open look here for Lopez. And again, no good by the Lakers. Now, here's George. Defense is right there. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And now a 3-point Dallas lead. Here's Chapman. Off the run, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Caldwell Pope. First one drops.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Good from Chapman. Here's Smith. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 12-4 run. Reed a screen. Smith in the post. Lopez is there. Smith's shot is good.
And even if you get a hand up, Smith knows how to finish. When he's in the post, he is dangerous.
Feeds it to Ball. Lopez pushes to Wells. Nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Now, here is Smith. Tight defense on him. Outside, George. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 25 points for Paul George.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Wells' shot is good.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Smith the pass to George. Fires from 14. Barnes can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Chapman, defended by George. Lopez. And no good, and a chance to take the lead. 11 feet away. Another shot. Lopez with the block. Here's Chapman. Reed with the steal. Smith with it. He feeds it to Barnes. Reed a screen. Baseline try. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
This is something we've seen from Harrison Barnes since his collegiate days at North Carolina. The capacity to light it up from mid-range.
Lakers trail by 5. Here's Chapman. He gets it in there. Chapman's got 39.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
For 3, Smith. Another 3 for Dallas.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Chapman, and he slams it one-handed.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Stripped away. To the left side wing. Here's Kuzma. Off target from outside.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Lakers trail by 4. To the paint. Wells kicks to Lopez. No good that time. Some solid defense from Reed. Here's George. And it's George again missing.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Timeout called the Lakers. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, you wonder if with this timeout they're going to shake things up defensively because everything they've thrown at him to this point has not worked. He's on a roll.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Here's Chapman. Reed covering. And there's a slam dunk to finish it off.
vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Now here is Smith. Tee right on him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Chapman, that's good. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for
three. Smith. And it's Smith again missing. Los Angeles has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Chapman, defended by George. Here's Kuzma. And a
still believe in me, dog.
Triple.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Mavericks trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Here's Chapman. And there's the pass to Kuzma. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Read a screen. From deep, George hits it from three-point range. George has got 28 points for the game.
Heck yeah, that's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's now 7 points for Brook Lopez. Mavericks trail by 6. Now Smith. On the wing, Barnes. Caldwell Pope outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. And the Lakers have possession. Here's Chapman. He dishes it to Lopez. And good that time. And it's an 8-point Laker lead.
Brook Lopez never stopped working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Here's Smith. The short one's on the money. Smith's got 7 points for the quarter.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wayne.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Gentlemen, group shots. Group shots.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. So now it's an 8-point game. Dallas now running out of time. Smith drives in, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Brook Lopez. Whew.
I love how hard Smith goes to the rim. Just remarkable at driving to the rack and taking the contact.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Pass to Chapman. There's a good screen. Here's Kuzma, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And the Lakers lead by 9.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
You simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. Smith hits them both. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Chapman to pass to Wells. Lopez a screen. Lopez a screen on Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lopez, no what?
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Dishes to Smith. And here's Caldwell Pope. Reed kicks to George. Reed a screen. Inside. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Lakers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Barnes. Harris comes in for George. And it's Grant in for Smith.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. A different look for Dallas. Barnes, he's checked in for Powell. Paul George comes in for Devin Harris. And Smith subbed in for Grant. Second one is good. They're both at the line. It's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 6. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Reed a screen. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
And in the moment of truth, KCP calling for the ball and delivering a powerful blow. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shooting 2.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 6. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
"15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Barnes dishes to Smith. Knocks down the 3.
I tell you, Smith is the real deal. Showing a lot of grit down the stretch in these tight spots. Nothing rattles this guy.
Take a break. 2 shots.
throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Boy, now it's just a matter of getting to that final whistle. Those free throws should wrap this up.
Caldwell Pope for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so the Lakers take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. This was a big win for you, and with the playoff berth now guaranteed, you can start getting ready for the postseason. How excited are you for the playoffs?
Oh, we are very, very excited. I mean, the postseason is something that we strive for all year, and there's a reason why we call it the second season. I mean, we know the games will get tougher and the intensity will pick up, but we'll do everything in our power to prepare for what lies ahead.
It certainly ratchets up in the postseason, but you guys look like you're ready. Congrats, guys.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.